I was watching Facebook this morning and I came across this video there by Kyle Frisbee, who has made this little video and explaining that this is his theory about how he thinks that maybe the pyramids were made in America. I find it very interesting because his whole concept is, this is my theory and I'd like you to think about what I'm saying. So I thought that was I like that. I like people who make people think. Because obviously they just want us to follow their silly little ways. And we already know the Romans are lying to us and covering up the real truth. So he's saying in Utah, I'll let him explain it all, that the bricks, he's wondering whether these are the bricks that they used to make some of the pyramids in America. I'd like to say thank you very much to Kyle for making this video, making us think. And he said to copy it, so I'm copying it. To show you, there's his name. Please go and sub to his channel. And let's watch the little video that Kyle made. Whoops, we've stopped him there as he's blinking, but I really like this bit because he shows you all this. And he shows you round like it's been cut. Anyway, I just wanted to say that that is his name on Facebook. He's on Facebook. Anyway, let's watch his video.
Well, I'm about to blow your mind. What if I told you I have an idea or a theory on how the Grand Canyon was actually formed? I know it sounds crazy, but before you bail, just stick around and hear me out for 5 minutes. And I believe there was a lot more pyramids in North America than we ever realized. And I'm just gonna get it out of the way right now. All of my videos are for entertainment purposes only. They may or may not be true. So as you're watching this video, do not take it as absolute fact, because that's not what I am trying to portray it as. I simply provide information, and hopefully you open your mind and decide for yourself. That being said, do me a solid, y'all. Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe, and interact with this post. The more you interact and engage, the further my video goes. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I post. And as always, you're going to want to stay tuned. My next video is covering the solar eclipse, so stay tuned. So I was doing some scanning on Google Earth when I came across something crazy in Utah. And those of you that don't know, Utah has a lot of amazing sightseeing, like Monument Valley or Valley of the Gods. Monument Valley is the main attraction. It's a much more frequented tourist attraction, and some of the stuff you see there is absolutely amazing. Another more low-key attraction is known as the Valley of the Gods. It's not quite as popular as Monument Valley, but still, it's a close second. But those attractions aren't really what I'm talking about. I was actually scanning the area when I came across. Now, I don't know why we were never really taught this in school or really shown this at all throughout learning history, but there's a place in the valley called Mooly Point East. Check it out. All this area, the bricks of Utah. And you can see that at the top of the valley, there is perfectly carved and cut bricks that seem to be falling into the valley. And I looked at those and they just struck me as very peculiar. And you can see that they run back in to the landscape. Now, geologists will tell you that these structures or these bricks were created by erosion and water, and that it's a natural occurrence. But I beg to differ. Look, as I scan the top of the valley, you can see that there are literally thousands of them cut into the landscape, almost as if they were just left. And peculiar enough, they head right into the valley, as if they were dug out. Now, for those of you that don't know, the pyramid bricks were mostly made up of limestone, and that's most pyramids discovered on the planet. And if you're an OG follower, you know that I theorize that there were thousands of pyramids across the planet at one time, and many of them even lie under the ocean. They pass them off as volcanoes, but I disagree. I feel like we would see a lot more eruptions going on, etc. We don't. Those, most of them, were at one time pyramids before the land sank or did what it did. So that means they need a lot of natural limestone to cut the bricks out of. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, those bricks look like they're being cut out of limestone. And look at the cuts. They're not perfect, but they're big. And I'm going to show you some pictures of structures that they believe were made back in the ancient days by ancient peoples. And you tell me if you see a resemblance. Check it out. As you can see, they're stacked on top of each other, almost as if they melted them at the edges before they actually set them. So they kind of fuse together, right? And what's even more intriguing is the fact that rivers run through these created canyons, these artificially created canyons. If you know road construction, or if you've worked construction at all, when they use cement saws in road construction, what do they need? They need a constant flow of water running on the saw so it doesn't get too hot and burn up. Well, whatever they did, however they cut these bricks out of the landscape, there's a good chance that they needed some source of water to cool the process. So what they do, they just redirected a river through their canyon, their artificially created canyon, and used the water source to actually cool the bricks as they cut them and remove them. Now you may be asking, who is they? Do I believe it's actually prehistoric mankind cutting these bricks and moving them? No, I do not believe that. Maybe they were used as slaves to do so, but I just don't believe that either. I believe that, and this is just a theory, all of this is just a theory, but I believe the Anunnaki had a lot to do with the creation of the pyramids on our planet. And I don't believe that the pyramids were necessarily made for good for mankind. I believe that they used the pyramids in a way of malice towards mankind to possibly manipulate the weather, cause catastrophes, to reset and control mankind in ways.
However, it is yet another strike in the argument that these pyramids were originally not used as tombs, that the original purpose and function of the pyramids was something completely different, which would make complete sense as to why there was nothing in the chamber, because it's not an original tomb. It is in fact a reaction chamber for the whole purpose of the pyramid, which I believe was a chemical reaction plant. Oh, what now, you say? So a theory, I've recently found a theory by a guy called Jeffrey Drum on YouTube. His YouTube channel is called Land of Chem, as in like chemistry. And he has been analyzing all of these samples that have been taken in every single pyramid site. And I'm so excited, I can't talk.
Yesterday had a really long chat with Angel. I love Angel. Angel is greatgizzapyramid.com. His telephone number's there. He also has a website which is see@giza.was or WS. And he is absolutely mad keen on those pyramids. And if you check this channel out and put Great Giza Pyramid, you will see that I, over the years, had much contact with him, either as hangouts when we were live. We used to go live with Angel, and him and Artis used to have a history night, and also as afterwards showing his videos, having chats with him. And the one thing, so basically he's been making, if you go to his channel, he's been making videos for a long time and trying to explain to everybody what he thinks the Great Giza Pyramids were. So he's had a little bit of time off from filming, and he's gone back and he's made this video which I'm going to show you, because he believes,
just want people to look at this system, understand that it was designed as a system. It was not designed as a monument.
There is hard evidence of chemical compounds all over the ancient pyramid sites. And what's interesting is each pyramid has a different chemical compound found inside these reaction chambers.
he believes,
Just want people to look at this system, understand that it was designed as a system. It was not designed as a monument.
And I believe that's why a lot of them have been destroyed throughout history, because the ancient beings knew that they were never actually good for mankind. Pyramids were used against us. Again, this is just a theory. For entertainment purposes only, it may or may not be true. In all, I am no PhD in geology or archaeology, anthropology, anything like that. but I've studied a lot of this stuff, and I believe that this is a valid theory, y'all. I mean, just take a good look. Look at the way those bricks are cut. You're telling me that that's a natural process, that water does that? I'm not buying it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what is going on here. And they've never really sourced the pyramid bricks in Mexico, in the United States, the pyramids and the mounds that we have across the country. They've never really sourced the bricks that made those pyramids. And I'm telling you right now, they're right there. They basically found these limestone-rich quarries that the limestone ran deep into the ground, and they would cut bricks on bricks on bricks out of them. How they moved them, I have no idea. I'm thinking advanced technology of some sort. I do not believe they were pulled over logs and by rope using manpower. It's not valid. It just does not seem valid. But they would literally dig and cut these bricks out all the way to the point where they ran out of the good limestone, creating this massive valley. And the water they used to cool the process ends up becoming a river. And I know, they want us to believe that this tiny river cut out this massive valley. But I'm not buying it. And who knows, maybe they were looking for gold in the meantime. That's possible too. And now for the good part. Let's go check out the Grand Canyon. It's the same exact setup. You just can't see any of the bricks still cut into the walls of the canyon. There's very little remnants of them. You can see here and there, there's very few spots, but you can see where they look like square bricks were cut into the landscape. And on top of that, people have theorized that there's actually Egyptian-style pyramids within the Grand Canyon, even an Egyptian sphinx. And the remnants of them have been deteriorated away over the years, but you can still see them. And all of this area is essentially inaccessible. But it makes total sense to actually build pyramids right where you're cutting the bricks at the source. Why wouldn't they? They would. They would absolutely build pyramids right where their source is at least a couple. And that's where the pyramids in the Grand Canyon come from. And the Grand Canyon was a result of cutting bricks for pyramids. All you have to do is go on Google Maps and look at the names surrounding these areas. Valley of the Gods, for example. Valley of the Gods, why would they call it Valley of the Gods? Because it's a valley created by the gods, the Anunnaki. And even though the Anunnaki might not be good, back then we still praise them as gods because they were above us. They were angelic type beings. Yes, the canyons are huge, and that's because they created so many pyramids. Even more proof is the discovery of ancient caverns and Egyptian relics within the Grand Canyon. And take a look at the pictures behind me of the pyramids in Mexico. Yes, they look like they're mudded up stone, but I believe that stone is it has to be covering massive bricks to make the original structure. And this goes throughout all the pyramids there. And I believe that this has been ignored and never been shown to the population through history, simply because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to put it together. It's common sense. Look at it. Those were cut for pyramids. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, whether you agree or not is up to you. But this is what I do. I produce theories and come up with abstract ideas and present them to you guys. I love doing it. And I say this is one of my most interesting theories because they've never actually sourced the pyramid bricks in North America. I believe, without a doubt, this is the source. I know people are going to say I'm reaching. People are going to say I'm crazy, but I don't care. I love doing this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it valid? Do you think I have something here? Or is there no way, no chance? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all following me. Keep watching. Stay tuned. Stay in the love. Stay in the light. Be kind to others. I am out.